Are you willing to give this up? It's called your story. See, all of us, we have an image or an illusion of what we think we are. It's called our map of reality. We have one in our conscious mind and we have one in our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind map of reality really holds our actions and our habits and our deep emotional thoughts. And many of us have faulty maps of reality. So we tell ourselves this story, what we can't do, what we're not good at, well, how people view us, how people think of us. You ready to hear the truth? These are just stories. They are figments. They are illusions that are produced through your conscious, egotistical mind. In other words, they're not who you truly are. The reason your stories act out and they become real to you is because you actually perpetuate and you act and you think and you follow, and your subconscious mind produces the actions and habits to match your story. See, many of us aren't willing to give up our story. The reason we don't give up our story because it makes us a victim. And when we're a victim, we feel that we're needed and we put the blame and we think it's someone else's fault. So it takes us out of being responsibility or being responsible. But here's a fact. You cannot get where you want to be, or you cannot do what you want to do if you don't change your story. If your story is not moving you towards what you want, it's going to be a difficult road. So how do I change my story or my map of reality? It's very simple. You have to start to think of yourself differently and view yourself the way you'd like to see it done. In other words, start to change your habits, your actions, your self-talk. You have to start to see yourself as that person you always wanted to become. That's the beginning to change your story. It's really that simple. Because your subconscious is unconscious, it's illogical, and it looks for repetition. When it sees this action or habit over and over, it changes your map of reality. So tell the story the way you like to tell it. Be your own character. Create a new story about your life. Instead of creating a story about how I struggle, how things never work for me, and why it's not working, create a new story. Tell a story like things are always working in my favor. I easily get what I want. I'm the best at what I do. I love myself. People love me. Everywhere I go. That's a story. You know what happens when you start to tell that story? It becomes and it forms your new map of reality. So are you willing to give up the old story? You should, because if you tell yourself a new story, your reality changes. If your reality changes, you become that version that you've always had in your heart.